We welcome you live on the St. Thomas Stars YouTube audio live stream from Elmira, Ontario. The St. Thomas Stars visiting tonight to take on the second place Elmira Sugar Kings for their third time this season. The St. Thomas Stars on a rough stretch on a 4-game losing streak with one overtime loss in that span. Their last 10, 3-6, 1-0. And right now they're taking on the second place, as stated, Elmira Sugar Kings, who hold a record of 21, 4, and 1 on the season, as they look to try and chase down those Chatham Maroons who have the first place spot. The Sugar Kings do have 3 games in hand, and they're only 2 points behind. St. Thomas trying to stop a rocky ship that it's been lately, as they came close to getting in the win column last night against the St. Mary's Lincolns. They took it to overtime. Almost they did blow a 3-goal lead in the third period, and it ended up being 4-4 going into the extra frame. It was a back-and-forth overtime period. Both teams could have scored, but it ended up going the St. Mary's Lincolns' way. So tonight, the Stars will get a familiar face back into the crease as Dylan Durno is back from his injury. He'll get his first start since October 24th. Which was against these Elmira Sugar Kings at the Joe. That night he played 32 minutes, made 22 out of 25 saves for an .880 save percentage before leaving with that injury. The Elmira Sugar Kings coming off a 6-4 win in Listowel as the goaltenders split that game. Strauss played 34 minutes, allowed 4 goals on 16 shots, and was relieved by Reed, who finished off the game 10 out of 10 saves and ended up getting the win 6-4 as the Listowel Cyclones dropped that one at home, and the Elmira Sugar Kings are now on a 2-game winning streak as again they try to climb the standings and steal that first place spot from the Sutherland Cup champions, the defending Sutherland Cup champions, the Chatham Maroons, as both teams head out on the ice here from the Dan Snyder Memorial Arena. Nice arena it is. They've got a good setup here for the opening ceremonies. The lights are dimmed. They've got their logos on these display lights that are across the ice. It's a very good touch. As this Elmira Sugar Kings trying to get a win here at home. And right now we're just moments away from the national anthem, as I'll leave it to the arena announcer to take us into that. And with that, we are ready to go here from Elmira, Ontario. The St. Thomas Stars taking on the Elmira Sugar Kings. Again, the third matchup this season. The Elmira Sugar Kings hold a 2-0 lead in the season series. and their last victory was a blowout, a 10-4 win at the Joe, where they outshot the Stars 49-26 as well. As the Stars look to try and even the score, the first meeting between these two was a lot closer. It was here at the Dan Snyder Memorial, and the Stars were down by 1 with about a minute left. It appeared that they scored to take it to overtime, but the net had popped off just before the shot went in the net, and the referees deemed it a net off, which other times you might see them allow that. We've actually seen that in the NHL recently, where Nashville scored an overtime winner with the net popping off, and it was a good goal because it was them who knocked it off. Nonetheless, we are underway here tonight as the St. Thomas Stars will be wearing the white jerseys. A quick offside is going to stop us up. But the Stars are in their whites on the road tonight, striking from left to right, guarding the left net, and Elmira wearing their dark greens here at home. They'll be guarding the right, attacking to the left, as another face-off is going to head up into the Elmira bench that time. So we'll have to try again. This actually going to be brought back into the Elmira zone on the far face-off dot. So lining up for the face-off is going to be Wyatt Cameron, and he'll be facing off against Brady Schwint. Cameron wins that draw back to the blue line, and a battle for it at the blue line is just kept in by Gray, but turned over along the far wall. Schwint into the offensive zone. Cornfield trying to throw it out in front. It's whacked back to Cornfield on the far boards. A scramble for it, and away comes Jimmy Sutherland with the puck. He's going to flip it off the wall as the Stars need a line change, so that'll head into the Elmira zone. Stars will get some fresh legs out, or at least half a line change out there. Victor Moody out back to chase a puck that's been dumped in by Elmira. He'll stop up behind his net. Victor Moody up the near side to Reed Crossman. Crossman pass into the zone. We'll find Edmondson up the middle. Backhand on net. Pad save in front, and another chance on the near side by Matsos is denied, as Liam Reed turns that away. On the near side, Morey is going to stop up in his own zone by his blue line. He'll drop it back for Nutting, and now it's dumped in by Gerber. Back for Victor Moody up the near side. He'll flip it off the glass. Doesn't get to anyone in particular. It'll head back into the Elmira zone. Stopped up by Liam Reed. So starting goaltenders for tonight, Liam Reed holding a record of 7-3. Goals against average of 2.36 and a save percentage of .90 coming into this game. And back for the first time in a couple months, Dylan Durno is fresh off of healing all those injuries that he's been nursing. The bad one was against Elmira, where he had some trouble with his foot, but he's back to full health, and he's starting the game tonight holding a record of 4-2-1 on a shootout loss, an impressive save percentage of .923, and a goals against average of 3.15. If Durno had played some more minutes, he'd be near the top of the league in save percentage, but he has not played enough minutes to qualify at this stage in the season. The only goaltender that's done so is Eric McDonald. As we've got another stoppage here. It's been a really stop and start to this game, as we're just over a minute and a half in. Another face-off in the neutral zone. Chisholm can't win that draw. It's back to the Sugar Kings defense. Now up the far wall, Gerber is going to make a move up the middle, tipped into the zone, and Morey's going to pick it up on the near boards. Flip pass is a bit of a bouncing puck. That'll be found by Joey Bezzetta. Bezzetta takes it up the far boards. He's looking for a pass ahead. He tried one off the boards. Gerber wise to it. Will send it back into the St. Thomas zone. And behind his net is Rory Savage as he tries to come up the near side. He'll flip it off the glass ahead to Pettipice, who couldn't settle that flying puck down. And now it's fired in on Durno, who makes an easy stop and keeps the play going. He'll slide that puck back to his defense. Pettipice with a stretch pass up to Olchishin at the blue line. Sends it back into the near corner for these Stars to try and get a forecheck going here. Legalic tried to get a poke at it on the near boards, but Brunton comes away with it. Brunton up to the far side, finds Gerber. Gerber's stopped up at the far corner. He'll play it along the boards, back for Brunton, but the Stars get a piece of it. Not enough of it, though, as it's sent to the blue line, and a shot from it is tipped right in front. I think Durno got a piece of that with the pad to steer it away on the near side. Stars find the puck off the scramble on the near boards. They'll come away with it. It's dumped in by Legalic. Not very deep, though, as his team will go for a line change. Both teams will actually elect to do so, as the Elmira Sugar Kings are stopped up behind their own net. They'll come up the far side, pass up the middle. Etheridge is going to tip it in. Coming out to play it is Durno. He'll slam it off the far wall. And Nathan Slatt finds it. He'll head back behind the net to try and regroup. Pass it off to Stuckey. Charlie Stuckey will come away from behind his own goal. Long stretch pass finds Nathan Slatt at the blue line, but Simeone finds him. Pass in front, saved, made by Reed as Nathan Slatt found a man right in front of the goal. Ty Lawson. Nathan Slatt takes another shot from the top of the far circle. That's saved by Reed. Another shot from the far boards. It's saved by Reed. Stars trying to get some shots on goal early here. Not a bad idea as they've been heavily outshot by the Elmira Sugar Kings this season. Both matchups, the Sugar Kings hit above 40 shots, and the Stars were stuck in the 20s. At the end of the 20s, but still. Pass back by Elmira. They'll come out of their own zone. Up the near side is Waterloo. He'll pass across the far side. It deflects off a stick up into the rafters. It's actually going to hit one of those fancy speakers here at the Dan Snyder. And it bounced down into the Stars bench. That might have hit Jason Williams. I think he was wise to it, though. Tried to make a catch. Couldn't do that, but he at least was aware of where it was. Brady Schwint on the near side, taking the draw against Wyatt Cameron. Cameron wins that time. As Wahoviak sends it up the wall, it's turned over. Schwint going to cycle it back down low. Cornfield, they're getting a cycle in the near corner. Over to Warlow now. Back for Nutting at the blue line. Tipped in front and a save made by Durno as that puck was elevated off the ice by that tip. But it hits him in the chest as he squares up. Closes off the gap. We'll keep that effort out. Shots on goal, 4-2 now for the Stars. Another shot inside, this time off the draw from Warlow. That'll miss the net. Comes out to the blue line. It's kept in deep now. As it'll be sent to the near corner for a battle up against the boards. Wahoviak pressing Warlow hard against the boards, but Warlow is scrambling away using his strength. He's trying to almost post up basketball style. On the near side, he'll hand it off to Schwint. Schwint back to the blue line now, gets past Nutting and out, and the Sugar Kings have to regroup on a re-entry. Schwint up the near side will receive the pass in the middle of the blue line up to Lawson. Now far side, Cornfield. He'll take a lap around the net, centering pass, looking for Warlow. That gets past his backhand. Nutting a shot from the near boards to the front of the net is picked off by Moody. Tries a long stretch pass, and stealing that in the neutral zone was Lawson. Lawson gets clipped in the neutral zone. He'll turn it over. Now walking in is Sutherland. Pad save by Reed. Centering pass again. Cameron just couldn't get that on net. It was Wyatt Cameron battling for it in the far corner. He's outnumbered by a couple Sugar Kings. Now Sutherland comes in to help out. It's a 2-on-2 battle up against the boards right behind the net. Actually, there's 3 Sugar Kings in there now. They'll flip the puck to the near boards. Joey Bozzetta in deep to try and keep the play going in the offensive zone. Wyatt Cameron, a wraparound attempt. And that's a pad save for Liam Reed. On the near side, the Sugar Kings will send it back behind their own goal and try to settle it down a bit as they'll get a line change completed. Just about 6 minutes into this first period. No score on the board. Shots 5-2 in favor of the St. Thomas Stars. On the far side, pass ahead by Lawson is going to get past everybody and deep into the St. Thomas zone. Up on the far side, the Stars battle for it. Cole Edmondson will steal away the puck. Pass to Reed Crossman on the near side. Crossman shot to the far post. That'll be a blocker save for Reed, who sends it far away from his goal. On the near boards, Gravel looking for a centering pass, but his entry was offside. So that'll stop things up and force a face-off in the neutral zone. So the Stars coming off a 5-4 loss, in overtime against the St. Mary's Lincolns. Camputaro got the start in that game. 45 out of 43 stops for a .906 save percentage. As a long stretch pass attempt is deflected by the Sugar Kings back in behind their goal line. It'll be picked up by Battler. Now Battler's going to hand it off behind the net as the Sugar Kings come up the ice. Young, the pass up the near side. He'll find Gravel. Young trying to stop up the puck on the near boards. Crossman gets himself a little room on the near side off a takeaway and a shot over the net from the near face-off dot. As Crossman turning on the speed knob up the way on the near side. Sugar Kings coming out of their own zone. They'll fire it up the near boards. Ratcliffe tips it in and goes for a line change as Luke Wahoviak picks it up. Wahoviak getting a goal last game, on Friday night. And against the St. Mary's Lincolns. One of those goals that took it to overtime. He's pet a piece in the near corner in his own zone, trying to battle for it. Now it's stolen by the Sugar Kings. Kiriakou, a shot from the blue line, will go wide on the blocker side. Off the backboard. Legalic picks it up. Up the far side, a stretch pass is now stolen by Simeone. Assistant captain for the Sugar Kings. Simeone stops up in the near corner. He's got Victor Moody all over him. Pass off to Gerber, though, and a shot and a pad save and a beauty by Dylan Durno. Gerber going far post on a nice wrister. Now the puck battled for in the neutral zone. The Sugar Kings come away with it as they'll send it up the ice. Gerber over to Morey on the near side. Morey whips it out in front. Big save by Durno as Gerber tips that right in front of him. As the Sugar Kings are really trying to get those tips in front of Durno and make his job a difficult one tonight. As the Sugar Kings will now dump it in. Rory Savage on the near side to Joey Bezzetta. Bezzetta's going to pass it up. A 2-on-2 chance here for the Stars as Slat cuts to the middle. Pope checked off him. Savage trying to come in and help him out, but it's stolen by the Sugar Kings, who now come up the far side. Gerber's pass to center is off of Morey's skate. Back the other way come the Stars. Monic back to far side, and a shot blocked in front. Rebounds loose, though, and shot just wide by Max Monic. And that net pops off, much like it did on October 12th. With a minute left, these nets don't have those big pegs, which I've said it before, I'll say it again. I think this league should mandate those NHL-sized pegs. Limit these nets from popping off. We've got some big boys here in this league. Some big goaltenders as well that push off the posts hard. Those nets need to be secure. Pass around from behind the Elmira net to the near side. As it's dumped in shallow by the Sugar Kings, it'll be picked up by the Stars. Owen Gray on the far side. He'll dump it in as he avoids a body check from Roberson. It'll get in deep behind the goal line. The Stars get a steal as Max Monic working with it behind the net. Now he's outnumbered. To the far boards it goes as the Sugar Kings try to flip it out. They get it just past the blue line. Stars will have to jump it in and check back on side. As they'll go for a line change as well. On the far side, Sugar Kings come up the ice. Chan receives it on a switch side on the near boards. Roberson trying to get it back towards goal off a scramble with Wyatt Cameron, but he gets a steal. Cameron back the other way over to Sutherland. Shot blocker saved by Reed on a shot from the top of the near dot. Another shot attempt by the blue line is blocked by Roberson as he goes for a line change. And it's stolen by the Stars in the neutral zone as they try to re-enter. Up the near boards, Moody stops it at the blue line on a Elmira clear attempt up the near side. They'll go back behind the goal line. The Sugar Kings pick it back up. They'll try again to exit the zone. They don't, though, as Bohoviak made a nice shortstop catch jumping up, but it was just offside, which halts things up and forces a face-off in the neutral zone. So watch out for Kyle Morey. He's one of the top scorers in this league, fourth in the league points with 44 points in 26 games. 19 goals, 25 assists, as he has played a big role offensively for this second place in the West Sugar Kings team. Again, just 2 points back of the Chatham Maroons and 3 games in hand. As the Stars get a steal in the zone, a pass across it to Reed Crossman went through his stick. Back at the blue line, Bezzetta sends it far post. A shot in front, hit off the pad. A bit of a floater, almost created some havoc for the Sugar Kings as Savage threw a changeup from the far side on the blue line. Savage trying to zoom through the neutral zone, takes a hit but shakes it off and wins the puck back to dump it in. Nutting is going to collect it for Elmira behind their own net. Now he'll come up the middle through the neutral zone with some speed up the far side, trying to get around the defense. He'll take a lap around the net to the near side. Nutting shot from the top of the near circle, and that's blocked in front. Far side, it's picked up by Rossi. Rossi outnumbered by the Stars. They'll get a steal and head up the ice. Reed Crossman, pass in front from Matsos. Matsos whips it across to the far side, but it's behind Cole Edmondson. And now the Sugar Kings have it on their sticks. Sugar Kings in the green jerseys coming up the ice, and they'll get stopped up on the far side. Looks like we're going to get our first penalty of the game as the Stars will head to the box. It's Reed Crossman who's going to get called for high sticking, it looks like. It's either that or a hooking call. Oh, no, it'll be a high stick. So the Sugar Kings head to the power play. First place power play in the league with 30.2% of a success rate as they get to work here against the 11th place penalty kill up the far side. Pass behind the net now. Morey with it. Over to Waterloo on the near boards. Waterloo. Pass back to the blue line. Finds Nutting. Waterloo on the near side. Shot in front. Gerber looking for it beside the net. He'll pick up the rebound off a block. Pass back to the point. Nutting a shot. And that'll be deflected up and over the glass behind the goal. A stoppage in play. 25 seconds shaved off of this Elmira power play. Face-off's going to be on the far dot. Ilchishin is in to take it for St. Thomas. Gerber will get the win, though. Back for Morey. Morey looking for a lane through traffic. Pass in front. A hard one will find the stick of Durno, and the rebound is sent down the ice. These Sugar Kings looking for that hard pass shot to the front of the goal with a tip on the way. Trying to beat Dylan Durno here. Morey rings it hard around the boards. Durno comes out behind his net to stop it up, but the Sugar Kings recover it in the far corner. Pass back to the point as Nutting's going to pick it up. Nutting pass back to the far circle. Morey looking beside the net, but that's deflected by Gray. Now Gerber's going to pick up the rebound. Pass back to the middle of the blue line. Nutting over to Waterloo. Waterloo through traffic, blocked in front by Stuckey. And finding that rebound is Slap, but he couldn't get the clear. Up the near side, Gerber's going to get it back and get it back to Nutting. Nutting dangling around Slat, trying to get a shot off, but the puck hops off his stick. Now Waterloo, he'll head back to the blue line. They're still in the offensive zone here. Now pass back to Nutting. Far side, a shot missing the target. On the far face-off dot was Morey, and the rebound is going to come all the way out of the zone and into the Elmira zone as they pass it ahead and try to re-enter. It's Morey with it inside the St. Thomas zone. Morey to the far side, whips it to the near side. They score. Morey from the far face-off dot, pass across the crease and finding Waterloo, the captain, on the near face-off dot, who bats it past Dylan Durno. The Elmira Sugar Kings with a 1-0 lead now. So Elmira striking first on the power play, showing why they are the first place power play in the league as they take this lead 1-0 with 7:02 left in the first period. Stars are out shooting the Sugar Kings 10-7 after the first half or so of this first period. Half and change. Elmira trying to enter off the opening draw. They'll be offside. Ratcliffe doesn't like it, but the face-off will be in the neutral zone. And Schwint is going to line up to take the draw and will go up against Wyatt Cameron. Schwint wins it way back. They'll go all the way back behind the Elmira goal line on the near side. Elmira trying to cycle it to the near boards. It's stolen by the Stars, though. Moody, a shot from the point, and looking for a tip in front was Cameron, but it got past him and into the glove of Liam Reed, who holds on for a whistle. The Stars are down by 1. About 7 minutes left in this first period. As they do not want to drop this game. It's going to be a tough task, though. This is on the far side, the face-off. Pardon me, I just got a text saying the broadcast might not be working. I got to check on that. But as that happens, the Elmira Sugar Kings trying to battle for it in their near zone. They still got it in their zone as that's going to be picked up by Etheridge on the near side. He'll send it up the boards, but it's stopped up by some white jerseys as Pettipies enters the zone. He'll wind up and shot is saved by Reed. And as it pops up in the air off a rebound, there's going to be a stoppage in play as the Sugar Kings clear it away. So the Elmira Sugar Kings are going to head to the penalty kill now after scoring on the power play. Jackson Young is going to get a tripping call, which will send the St. Thomas Stars to the power play now. The Stars, 7th in the league now, with 24% on the power play. It's been a rough stretch for them, 0 for 14 in their last 6 games played. Stretching across, so they would love to break that streak right now. Pass in front is cleared away by the Sugar Kings, and they'll send it up the near side. In deep behind the Stars goal line, the Sugar Kings trying to battle for it in the near corner, but they're outnumbered by the Stars. That's Miles Dunn. He's going to hang on to it for a little bit by the near boards. Now we'll pass back to Charlie Stoop. Minute 30 left on the Stars power play here. As Miles Dunn heads up the ice up the right side, he'll switch up to the middle. It's off of Sutherland's stick, and he couldn't find it. Now it's picked up by Schwint. Schwint takes a look behind him as he enters the zone. He'll pass back for the defense as the Sugar Kings were going for a change. It's picked up by Simeone, who heads behind his net, and now he'll fire it all the way down the ice. Kill off a little extra time with a back pass. Owen Gray stopped up behind his goal. As he'll head out up the left side, up to Rory Savage. Savage is going to dump it in from the red line, and Stars are going to chase it into the zone. Won by Elmira behind the net and ringing it all the way down the ice up the far boards for the Stars to try and chase down. As up the ice now comes Reed Crossman on the near boards. He'll switch back to the far side. Rory Savage pressing up. He'll stop up in the far corner. Savage back for Gray. Owen Gray pass out in front, and that'll be tipped just wide by Reed Crossman. Stars win back possession in the offensive zone. Pass to the far side. Legalic a shot, and that's deflected up and out of play, as that will hit a stick on its way to the net. As the faceoff will be on the far faceoff dot inside the Elmira zone. Won quickly by the Sugar Kings, who send it off the boards and all the way down the ice. Again, as the power play for the Stars expires here. As I don't believe our broadcast is working. Let me try to restart it.